Hey everyone, I had to fix my back. Sorry. Okay, welcome to our live. My name is Katan. I'm the founder of BossBabeBlog.com. I don't know why I clap so hard. It's late, guys, so give me a little grace. I've been on about 11 consultations today. So now I am ending the evening by making sure I go live to talk about this, how to make sales for your business, even with a busy schedule. So if you are an entrepreneur and you happen to watch the last two videos that I did, the first video was talking about how to gain the right clients. The next video that I talked about was how to increase your sales. This video is for people who feel like, okay, I know how to gain, or I know what the right clients look like for my business. I kind of know how to gain them. I have been making sales, but I need to increase more sales, and my schedule is extremely busy. So I'm feeling overwhelmed, and maybe I can't do all of the selling on my own. So I'm going to give you three ways that you may be able to grow your business even with a busy schedule and get you some new clients or new sales in the doors. And then I'm going to give you a bonus idea, which is pretty self explanatory, but I'm still going to share it and just plant the thought in your head just in case you're interested. So, the first one is going to be um, a referral program or a contractor. So, have you ever thought about doing a contracted sales associate position or sales position? If you do a contracted position, you would be paying this person out and they get to choose their own hours, similar to like how you might pay a plumber, you might pay an electrician, you may pay a graphic designer. You pay that contractor and then the service is done, which means that you are not responsible for them as an employee on your team. They can still be a part of your team, but what type of role they are would be determined based off of where you place them. So if you place them in a contracted position, there's a lot of benefits of contracted positions. Now, this is in Texas. I can't speak for every other part of the US. So you do need to do the research in your state on if this applies or if it's even necessary. But in Texas, if you were thinking about having a contracted sales associate, you have them as a contract. You put the amount of hours that they would be working and what they will be doing, or you can even just state that they would receive a certain amount of pay when they bring you a certain amount of sales or when they sell X, Y, and Z. Have the contract set for a certain amount of days, like maybe 9 months. And then after 9 months, you can renew the contract if you want to with them, or you can decide to release them or release the contract and you guys move on. But some of the pros about that is that you don't have to necessarily keep them as a long-term employee if things don't align or if it doesn't make sense. They're a contracted role. And on top of that, they're able to schedule their own hours. So a lot of times when people have that flexibility, they tend to be a little bit more productive, at least in my experience, because even before I had contracted team members, I actually worked with employees as a business manager and as a trainer. And I just saw the productivity increase when I provided flexibility for my team and I allowed people to show up in the way that they were able to show up. For example, maybe I had one person who could only work on Sundays. Somebody might say, I'm not going to hire them because they can only work on Sundays. But I say, if you're going to show up on Sunday and make great sales and have this place sparkling and you're willing to stay later with me if I need to stay later, then let Sunday be your day and we call it a wrap and you can still gain benefits of being on the team. So that was my perspective. When you give people flexibility, you tend to see better results. The first thing. The next thing is with the referral program or the contractor, whichever you want to go route you want to go, if you give them commission based incentives, like, okay, if you sell one t-shirt, I'm going to give you 15 bucks or 10 bucks. That usually is going to get people a little bit more excited about spending that money. I'm sorry, about getting that money for you and promoting your brand. So create a referral program or a contractor program. But before you create these programs, you need to really understand who your brand is and what the benefits are of someone joining your team. Because when you have the benefits lined up and organized and you can give them that information detailed, excuse me, you're more than likely going to get people who want to join your team, who are excited about joining your team because they align with your values and your mission. If you don't have an idea of where you're trying to go, you're going to decrease the chance that a person is going to want to sign up with you. Um, I was able to conduct wonderful interviews. I've conducted, I think, like what, uh, two business interviews that I really enjoyed, and then I had another one that came from a member who's already a member of our directory. So we've been conducting some really great interviews. But out of these two key interviews that I want to talk about, um, I already had the information. They had already read the information before they came to be interviewed. So them coming to the interview wasn't really like they were still trying to assess what was going on. They already had a grasping idea. This was really just to answer those last minute questions and make sure that it was the right fit for them, so that they're, making sure we're both valuing our time and vice versa. So when you have a vision laid out that's clear for people, you're going to increase the chance that people want to go ahead and sign up with you because it's already there. So think about that as you consider a referral or a contractor program. The second way is through brand ambassadors. Brand ambassador programs are wonderful. Now, I've gotten a lot of pushback from different entrepreneurs from their own experiences, because I've had times where someone said, I tried a brand ambassador program, but I didn't get any sales, or I tried this and it was a little slow. You may have some times where you'll sign up people for the program and it may not be as fast as you want it to be. And that may take a little bit more time than maybe a sales program or a referral program or an affiliate program. But brand ambassador program is for people who already fall in love with your brand, and you want to provide them with an exclusive, maybe promotion, gift, discount in exchange that they show off the items by taking a couple photos, or naturally promote it. They already probably naturally promote it, so they're the ideal candidate for this. But these are two different types of people, and the best thing you can do is understand those two different types of people, because then you can figure out where they fit in your business, and you're not trying to force them into a place that they don't show up for and it doesn't make sense. The next thing is subscriptions. So if you don't have a subscription program, whether it be for products, whether it be for services, consider creating a subscription program where someone is able to subscribe to you for a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year. But this can generate products. This can generate profit to your business and sales, because people sometimes just want to support you, invest in you, patronize you. And I've had individuals who have done that with me. Like, they just wanted to support me. They just wanted to support the mission that we have funding. They just wanted a sponsor. So when you have subscription programs, it allows them to do that, and they're able to get something in return that may be beneficial for them. So they could be a sponsor, or they could actually experience your services or your products on a different level. Um, Last but never least, the bonus is marketing and advertising. Once you kind of have an idea of where you want to go with your business, hire a professional marketer, promoter, advertiser to start aligning your brand with the places and spaces that you need to be in to see your target audience come through those doors. And also to help you with that process, because being a business owner is not going to be an overnight get rich process in many cases. In more cases, than more times you're not going to see that. And so I say that to express that if you have a quality brand advertiser, marketer, promoter, they're going to help you with that journey of refining your brand, so that each year you're getting stronger and stronger at aligning with the people that make sense with your business and are going to bring the right kind of clients to your doors. So I highly recommend looking into that. Now, before I get off the live, I do want to circle back to something that I said. Understanding who it is that you're speaking with is going to help you a lot more with bringing in sales. What I mean by that is, you might get on an interview with somebody and you're thinking about bringing them as a brand ambassador. But if they keep asking questions about the benefits regarding pay, if they're asking questions about the benefits regarding what you're going to be bringing and things like that, that might be, you're talking to a seller. Most likely you're talking to a seller who wants to make money. And when people like that want to make money, what you want to do is you want to accept where they're at and put them in the right position. So if I have someone asking me questions about benefits with sales, I'm not thinking about brand ambassador. I'm thinking about a referral program, an affiliate program, a contractor where they're getting commission each time they bring someone. If vice versa, if I have someone that doesn't really care about sales and they're just excited to be a part of the process or excited to support the brand, I'm leaning more towards a brand ambassador, because they're not really motivated by sales or, making extra money, because they just love the brand. They just love to shop with the brand. So I really just want to incentivize them and give them gifts so that they can, in exchange, post a couple pictures, because they're automatically going to naturally promote the brand because they're already a shopper, or they've already fell in love with what I'm doing. So those are two different types of people. The brand ambassador one's different. The referral and affiliate program is for that person who's trying to make that money. So you really need to look for those. And depending on what industry you're in, one tip or one hack that I'm going to give you, if you're someone trying to find contracted referral partners or commission based contractors, is you're going to look up all of the brands in your industry that are closing down, that are shutting down and letting go of a lot of people in your industry. When you find those brands, you are going to visit those shops and those locations if they have them. If they don't have them, you're going to reach out to those brands and you're going to ask them, have they already started looking at succession planning for their employees at different locations? Or, have they already started finding places for their team members to go? If they haven't, let them know you have contracted positions available. It may not be an hourly position, it may not be salary, they may not be an employee at this time, but it is a temporary position that they can take on, try out while they're looking for other sources of income. And it doesn't require you having to physically come in. It can be a flexibility thing where they're working remote. If it's something that you're open to, if they need to come in person, they can do that too. But you're going to look up the brands that are in the same industry as you that are closing down, because most likely they are letting go a lot of team members. And when they're letting go those team members are freaking out because they're trying to find a way to bring in extra income. So if you are able to provide them with an opportunity to make commission off of the sales that they bring in, and they're already in the industry, they're already knowledgeable, they're already comfortable with the selling, then most likely they're going to be able to bring that in. And then even better, if you are able to pay them a system where you pay them X amount of dollars per call, like $10 per call or $9 per call or $15 per call plus commission, you might just see some sales soar from top performing sales associates. And what you need to do is look up characteristics for top performing sales associates and ask around, ask for referrals. Because I know myself, if I was to go back in time and find Catan while she was working in retail, oh my God, I wouldn't be surprised if I had already hit six figures by now because of how aggressive I was with getting to my goals, not with the customers, but with reaching my sales goals. So I did all of that and I didn't get commission in my early stages of retail before I became a store manager. Had I been getting commission, I would probably even brought in even more sales. I was already motivated and excited, but it's something about getting a check that shows you your contributions and something that you can take home to your pocket to fuel, your extra income that really motivates a person, because it's not just about I want to make money. It's about I want to fund my lifestyle. I want to take care of myself. I want to provide for myself. I want to reach my own personal goals. So when you're providing that extra level of funding, that's what you're giving people an opportunity to do. So when you find those hardworking, driven sales associates that you run into online, on a phone call, in an in-person shop, give them your business card. Tell them to consider working a part-time contracted position with you where they can schedule their own hours and they can just bring you sales and get commission off the sales. Pay them X amount of dollars per call that they take. Allow people to book calls through that sales associate. These are golden nuggets that I'm dropping because there's somebody out there who is driven, who's hardworking, who can sell like crazy. And all they need is the information about your business, and then they can take off and start making that money for you as a sales associate. And the reason why they're going to be so great at it is because they are not focusing on every aspect of your business. They are strictly focusing on calling customers and making sales, or the customers calling them and making those sales. So that is the insight that I would give to entrepreneurs that really do want to see growth and sales in their business, but maybe they have a busy schedule and they can't be everywhere at once. It's time to start looking into hiring not hiring, because hiring technically is for employees, but it's time to start looking into opening up some work positions for contractors to come in and contract. And then also marketing and advertising. Those are also things to consider as well. So thanks for watching the live. If you found this to be beneficial, please like the video. If you would like to book a consultation, a discovery call with our brand, please head over to bossbabeblog.com to book a discovery call and talk about how we might be able to help you. Or text 833-705-4352 if you have questions about booking a discovery call, and if you would like to sign up for my business consulting services. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys at our next live. We might do one or two more this evening. Bye-bye.